You're watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
And it's live.
It is. Good evening. Welcome along. How the devil are you? From me and my little friend Mini-Me here, suitably attired for the upcoming competition. Love it, disagree with it, whatever. It's here. It's football. We've got to watch it, haven't we? Soon come round. Wrong time for me because Leicester are just basically doing rather well at the moment. So I didn't really want the season to have a break, but it has done. But welcome along. It starts tonight. This is we've already had obviously World Cup shows, as you know, with old Dukester earlier in the season. But this is where it all officially kicks off. I'm going to sort of show you, oh yes, who our missus. This is what we've got coming up this week. So tonight we have got the World Cup prediction show. No North Macedonia, so who's he going to go for? We are going to find out. And yes, he will be linked with that tab all the way through the World Cup. He made the prediction. He's got to live with it. That's what we're doing tonight. Tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, it's the home or away quiz. Liverpool taking on Arsenal in the form of Doug taking on Anthony. Thursday at 9 o'clock, it's the World Cup shit shirt show. It's Doug again. I was saying Doug. We love doing these shirt shows together. We've both got the same tastes. Although I must admit, if you haven't seen the Mexico away kit yet, go and check it out. It's Doug's favourite. Friday at 9, Doug's back again. It's the World Cup Home Nations quiz. I know Northern Ireland, Scotland haven't really got an awful lot to sort of talk about, and I did struggle finding questions for them. But it is England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland in the World Cup quiz. Then Sunday at 3 o'clock, it all kicks off, as they say. Qatar take on Ecuador in the opening game of the 2022 World Cup. Are we ready? Must admit, I was getting very excited. I was in the pub earlier, and it was all decked out, all the St. George's flags and everything. This ref walked in and I thought, it's all going to kick off now. Yeah. Look, it's the first one. It's the first one, the official World Cup check. I would have had all the flags and I've got the bunting to put out, but I knocked a coffee over earlier and everything's sticky. And it wasn't an Irish coffee either. But look, hey, it's all about predictions. We know he's not very good at them, but let's get him in anyway. Brad, good evening, sir. Thank you for being so patient. Welcome along. How the devil are you?
I'm good, mate. And what do you mean I'm not good at this sort of thing? I think you'll find my track record in prediction shows is very, very good. Maybe not who's going to win the tournament, but predicting who actually is going to get to the final.
Yeah. We're doing
I'm predicting Premier League scores. I'm not too shabby at either. Even when I let a Leeds fan do it for me, as a gift to you all.
And he actually has probably the best week you've ever had when you've been in yourself.
I know. I just loan it out, mate. They just watch these videos. They see how I get you guys thinking outside the box and getting your heads. And Carl just took on me lessons and did me proud. Thanks, Carl.
He did go for a West Ham win over Leicester, though.
I know that hurt, but no sacrifice, no glory, I guess.
Exactly. Nippon's in. Good evening, Nippon. How the devil are you over there in I'm guessing very warm and hot India? Hope you are having a good time. Guess you're seeing family. Hope everybody is well over there for you. James is in. Good evening, James. 2 words, 2-0. I'm sorry. Hit the likes and subscribe, please do. Doug, well, he got up to being called 2-job Doug. Didn't quite make it to 3 because he got through on penalties. But Doug is in. Doug, I have your predictions here. Do you remember who you predicted and what you predicted? I know you did a show the other day, but that doesn't count. This was the original one you did back in May, was it? My God, it seems ages ago now. Everybody's saying hello to everybody else. Doug said, like the video, subscribe. Please do. Thank you very much. Mike is in. Mike Davis, good evening, sir. Hope you are well as well. Hayden's in. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Big up, Brad, says James. Mike says, hi, Brad. Anthony's in. Good evening, Anthony. How are you? I guess you're going to be supporting England if we're playing technically away, because we'll be in red then. But he's saying big up, Chris and Brad. And Hayden says, hi, Brad, as well. No North Macedonia for you.
Yeah, I told you they don't need to. They're like Jay off in between us. They beat Italy, completed it, mate. You beat the European champions, you're basically the world champions. North Macedonia might as well retire. They did exactly what I said, just not the way I said they were going to do it. I never said they were going to, I said they were going to become the champions. They just had to beat the champions in a qualifier to do it. It technically counts, doesn't it?
I don't think it does, though, does it?
It does in my head, and I'm standing by it.
Well, to let you know, you are unanimous in that, aren't you?
Oh, yes. If it was a court case, I plead the fifth. I don't know what the fifth is, but I'm pleading it.
Plead the Fifth Amendment. We don't have it here. But I say, Doug and myself went for two different teams to win. Doing this. Doug, I'm surprised at you. Having said that, I did predict your team the other day, Doug. So we're all over the place. And can I just say, I did a show last night with Dave. We did the EPL prediction show. Didn't call him Harry once. So therefore, Brad, it is you.
It's not me. You always do it.
It is your... No, I didn't. I did it for two. Didn't do it for two shows. It's your influence. Talking of your influence, Top 10 Battles is your channel. That's where people can find you on YouTube. The link is in the description below. Folks, please go and give it a like and a subscribe. It's all about, well, Top 10 Battles, basically. I've appeared on one and I won it, so I've retired. I've taken Brad.
He's doing North Macedonia, folks. He retired after his infamous win.
I retired after... I forgot. No, I've retired after now. It wasn't Venom. Oh
no, but you won on that basis.
Yeah, it's going to annoy me now. No, it'll come to me. Who's a silly, the funny superhero in black and red? God, that's gonna pee me off all night.
You've confused me.
The superhero that I put number one.
Deadpool.
That's it. Deadpool. Of course. I won on that basis. But yeah. Anthony says he's got a question for you here, Brad. What team do you think will win the World Cup? And if they don't, you do a forfeit as a stream. You do a forfeit on a stream. You will stay till the end, Anthony, and you'll find out. Anthony, I did send you. I got your message. Thank you very much. I did send you one back, so let me know on that. And like he said, it was Deadpool. Right, here we go now. Doug very kindly sent me this link, so I'm not sure. You can tell from that at that point that Doug's posted a joke, can't you?
Yeah, you know by the noise. It's like a noise we just made.
It is. It's like a sigh of resignation. I wish you would resign. What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? A stick. A stick. Yeah.
It's bad when you know the answer.
I know. Do you know what I'd like to do with that stick, Doug? Maybe if we meet one day, you will find out. Right. But Doug very kindly, as I was about to say, did send me this new predictor game through. So fingers crossed that it is going to work. So we're going to go through all the groups first of all, see what you think, and see who you think is going to go from each group first and second. So Group A, we have got Qatar, the hosts, Ecuador, and those are the two teams that are going to be kicking off the World Cup. And I don't think, Brad, I've ever been so less excited about the first match of a World Cup ever before.
There's not many teams out there that when you realise they're opening the cup that you care too much about unless it's your own nation. But if it normally, like we're used to it, aren't we, with the Premier League and or whatever league of football you follow,
Yeah.
Because there's so many games to choose from, they always put a nice as possible, feisty, like sort of game as possible to put on. Obviously, more for revenue for their own purpose, but
Yeah.
you know, if you're lucky to get a Man City Man U on opening day, it's good. It's just when the rule is the host gets the opening game, which is fair.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not something I'm against or anything. I'm just saying, unfortunately, you look at their group and who they get drawn out in what order. This isn't the most thrilling of games that you want to be watching to kick off a tournament, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Doug's just said Ecuador drew 0-0 with Iraq the other day. God, I missed that one, didn't I? If only I'd known they were playing,
Yeah.
I would have washed what little hair I've got. I haven't got an awful lot on there on the top of my noggin. Right, so top and bottom in this squad. Give me let's do it in reverse order. Who do you think is going to be coming fourth in this group?
Well, I need to sit forward because I cannot see that on my screen. I really can't.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah, that's the only. I can sit
chance
here.
of doing this then. Let me read the group to you. It's Qatar.
No, I can see them here. I've got them now. Just means people got to see my ugly mug.
Oh my god!
Honestly,
oh my god! Oh god!
I know it's hideous, but try to look away.
If anybody's screen is broken, we do not hold responsibility. You watch this.
You don't have to look at me now. I can just see it with my eyes. No, I'll do it properly. I just can't see it being anyone else other than the host, to be honest with you. They might do something like a New Zealand and draw 3 games and go out undefeated, but I can't see them not finishing bottom in this group.
No, I can't see them being undefeated personally, you know.
No, I can't, but it's the only way I can actually see them picking up any points.
Oh, no, I agree. So Qatar in 4th.
Yeah.
And I think we all probably really do agree with that. Certainly James does, and Doug does, and Mike does. I think this could be the end of where we all agree, but this is the one that everybody is agreeing on. Terry says, I'm looking forward to Qatar playing. Never seen Camels play before. A new experience. Well, let's just hope, Terry, that if they get sent off, any of the players, they don't get the hump.
Oh, it gets worse and worse. It's going to be a long show.
Blame Doug.
I do. I blame Doug anyway. Doug knows this. I just blame him because I figure it out. If I blame him and he blames you and you blame me, no one can arrest us, all 3 of us, if we ever get in big trouble, can we?
This is it. 4th Senegal, says Hayden. Oh, right. So he's broke ranks, as they say. So 3rd. Now, I'm guessing this is between 2 teams.
It is, but maybe not the 2 teams that you're necessarily thinking, because the Netherlands do seem to be struggling in major tournaments recently. They were very, very, very below par in the Euros. Pretty sure they've been knocked out of the group stage in one not so recent as well. But I think it's going to be Ecuador. I think as long as Holland can avoid the upset against Ecuador or someone like that, I just don't see how Ecuador get enough points to finish above them.
What we'll do, guys, Terry did say I supply them, you fry them. Chip them over, I'll let them in. I'll do all the comments at the end. So if you can, when you write the team down, if you can say what position, I know most of you are, so brilliant. But if you can do that, then I know where you're putting them. Richard's popped in. Very kindly to thank me. You are more than welcome, Richard. Jake Cox, you may know him. If you know the name, you will have hidden under the table when I said it. Does West Ham United an official? He is up for, I think it's young presenter at the YouTube, well, the blogging awards, whatever it's called. He's up to Manchester tomorrow to go for that. We wish him all the best. He's a good lad. He takes the banter, gives the banter. And Richard, well, for at least for a bit, you'll be going up. I know West Ham are going down week by week, but you could be going up. But I popped on the channel earlier. Wish him all the best, mate. We do wish him all the best. So we've got Qatar and Ecuador. Who is going into your second place?
I mean, let's face it, with what I've just said, if Netherlands can't get out of this group, then there's something seriously wrong with them. Considering the talent they've got, there's something seriously wrong with the mentality or the backroom staff of that national group. I'm going to say they're going to do it, but they're going to come second. So Netherlands are going to come second.
Right. Now, obviously, Louis van Gaal is there.
Well, he'll fall over, won't he, in front of the fourth official when they get denied a goal.
More than likely. More than likely.
With his clipboard in hand, of course.
Yeah. So you are going for Senegal at the top.
Yeah, I just think that Netherlands and Senegal will get the job done against Qatar and that other team, because I forgot. My brain went then. And Ecuador. I just think Senegal have got enough to come out on top against Netherlands. So yeah, that's why I put them top.
Now I'm going to hope here. I might have to reload this because I'm not sure which way I click it. But I think oh no, I've done it wrong. There we go. So you are going for Senegal top and Netherlands second. Yep. Can I just say that Doug agreed with you? And in fact, he had the same order as you. I didn't. I went Holland top, Senegal second, Ecuador third, Qatar fourth. I mean, it won't surprise you to know, well, it might surprise you to know, but I very much doubt it, that doing an average of all the bookies, and we don't advise betting. Remember, if you do, when the fun stops, stop. But Netherlands, I've got 66.7% probability of going through. Qatar got 5.9%.
That was probably that was probably bribed, allegedly.
yeah. Which ones of those received the money? Believe it or not, though, Senegal and Ecuador, they're actually very, very close. There's only 4% between them, but according to that, if the bookies are right, it's Netherlands top, Senegal second, Ecuador third, and Qatar fourth. Let's just see what they say here. No, we won't. Why is... Oh, that does look like Kieran Dewsbury Hall. So let's see what everybody else is saying about this group then. See who agrees with you. I'm sure there must be somebody. So James, I think we said, was fourth Qatar. That way we had the camel one, didn't we? Fourth Senegal, says Hayden. Anthony has gone first Netherlands, second Senegal, Qatar third. Wow, and Ecuador fourth. Mike has gone Ecuador third, as has James. Hayden has gone third Ecuador. Wadge is in. Thank you very much. Don't forget it's Qatar. They will top group matrix. Oh, yes. Netherlands second. Richard says thank you. Terry, are there 69 teams in it wanting a top position? Terry. I know you're not telling the truth there. I find that very hard to swallow. Should we move on? James says second Senegal. Hayden says second Qatar. Whatever you're drinking, Hayden, I'll have some of it, please. VAR is included in the World Cup. I'm not sure where Brad's gone. I think it's probably to be sick in the bucket. James, I'm pretty it is. VAR is included because they've got VAR refs going across. And believe it or not, England have not got one VAR referee going over. James has gone top for the Netherlands. Hayden's gone first Netherlands, second Qatar, third Ecuador, fourth Senegal. Senegal first for Mike. Nippon's going for a shock. I would be disappointed if you didn't, Nippon. I'd be disappointed if you didn't. He's gone Qatar 2, Netherlands 1. Well, I tell you what. I mean, it's a local derby, isn't it? According to Nippon, that let's not joke. So you have got Senegal 1, like I say, Netherlands 2, Ecuador, and then Qatar. So you don't, well, you're near, I mean, basically the top 2, Doug agrees with you. I agree with you, but the other way round. Right, so if I start that, then I remember where we've got to. So Group B. Now, well, England, Iran, USA, and Gareth Bale. So those are the 4 teams that are in there. Talk me through this one, Brad.
This group's probably going to be tougher than people expect it to be. There's some deluded Americans that suddenly think they're the greatest nation in the world and they're going to batter Iran, they're going to batter Wales and batter us. This is just bitter and still about how many times we beat them over other things. But there you go. Let's get the easy one out of the way. Iran are coming bottom.
Iran are bottom, right?
I don't even think they're going to get any points.
Of course, they've got Queiroz. Is it Queiroz as the manager?
I couldn't tell you, mate. You know my knowledge on World Cup. He could be called Stan for all I know. I don't know. I don't know. But this could literally come down to goal difference or something like that in terms of who gets the qualifiers and what place. This could be a little bit like that Germany group in Euros with Hungary and that, where it was chopping and changing on the last games being played, because we know we can struggle against these teams. We know we can beat Wales and USA, but they know they can get something from us. I've got to go with how I think we'll play is a big factor, and how I think we'll go through this group and go about our business when we play these oppositions. So I'm going to go with the US. No, I'm going to go with Wales getting third.
Okay. And in second place?
USA.
And you think England are going to top the group?
Not by much, but I think if USA are going to maybe pull off a bit of a shock and pit Wales to the post, we're going to do it on something like goal difference.
Yes.
I honestly do.
I was going to say, can I just say I was totally wrong with that. It's another group that he is managing, but it's Skocic who is head coach of Iran, and their star player plays for FC Porto. I know my stuff. Thank you, Mr. Google. So, yes, this is why I don't do quizzes. A Saint is in. Saint, you missed it. When I checked that, ooh la la, I remembered it. I am using it. If it's okay, I did send you an email back. You haven't sent me the jingles. You have sent the jingles to Dave, and you should have been sending your songs to Dave and the jingles to me. So Dave's got some jingles that he's probably thinking, what the hell am I got these for? Because he works for Surrey Hills Radio, not Leicester Till I Die. If you could send them to my email, that is great. And if you can just give me the okay. I mean, I've already used it tonight, but I have got Ooh La La as my intro for England. I love that song. I love that song. So nice to see you again. So if you could do that for me, that would be great. Otherwise, he's old and gets confused, Dave, very easily. So England are going to win it. USA second. I was actually on a show with Doug, and he actually had a couple of Americans on. And those 2 Americans were actually not bigging up America. They thought that they were not impressed with their manager, head coach, whatever you want to call him, and they were bigging up Iran. And of course, they did, as Doug said, just drew with the mighty Ecuador. But England. So you basically agree with me, dead on, Brad. England, USA, Wales, Iran, in that order. We are totally in sync. My God.
What?
It's like when you get women that work together and the periods go into sync. We've been working together too long. Our thoughts are going in sync. Don't worry, it'll only happen once a month, Brad.
Oh, for God's sake.
Sorry. It's just a period I'm going through. That said, Doug's fault. Doug went England, Wales, USA, Iran. Now, before I get into what everybody's saying in the chat, for me, I'm not buying into this. And it's nice to have Wales there because it's nice. It's like having Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. You know, it's banter, and we're in the same group, so it's even bigger banter. But am I the only one out there that thinks they're lucky to be there? They got in by not a superb Gareth Bale free kick, but they got in by a Gareth Bale free kick that went in off the arse of one of the Ukrainian defenders.
Yeah, well, when you go as long as the likes of Wales, Northern Ireland, and Scotland have, and the irregularity that they make tournaments, if that's the way they've got to do it to make it, then they made it. They probably should make more, though, in all seriousness. If you look at their squad again, there is some standout players. I know Bale's at the back end of his career now, but they've had some standout players throughout the year. It hasn't always added up when you look at the individual talents they've had throughout the generations that they've not made more tournaments. So I hope in a weird way they keep making more tournaments for regularity, because at least then we've got someone to carry our bags for us.
Or, like Scotland, release a single called Don't Come Home Too Soon. I don't know if I did have because they have released a record, have Wales. I'm not sure if I've got it saved or not. So I did download it. No, I haven't. I'll try and get it up, maybe up for later and see. I thought I uploaded it. Maybe I downloaded it as well. So let's see what everybody's saying. For me, do you think it's a case of, Bale doesn't perform, Wales don't perform? Because that's how it looks to me.
It can seem like that at times. I mean,
do you remember that England game when we qualified for the World Cup with David Beckham's goal in the 91st minute from a free kick at Old Trafford?
What, against Greece?
Yeah. And that in that game, David Beckham carried us. He was all over the place. It was like it was him versus Greece. And that's what I feel like it is with Bale and Wales. And I know they've got our goalkeeper and what have you, but to me, if Bale doesn't perform, Wales don't perform. It is as simple as that.
Sometimes it probably looks like that, but like I said, it kind of miffs me because it's not like they shouldn't be so heavily looked at as a one-man team. Because like I said, there is more than just that there in the squad. But it does seem like that if Bale doesn't get the job done and he has to come off or he's not available or whatever, they crumble. So
yes,
that's why I just thought that gives the USA a hope in getting out of the group.
I agree with you. I think USA would, and I don't want Wales to anyway. Waj has gone. Am I pronouncing that right? It sounds wrong, but Waj has gone USA, England. Whoa, Wales, Iran. Chris is in. Good evening, Chris. How the devil are you? Hope you are well. James has gone. Iran fourth, USA third, Wales second, England first, but only just. I think that's what we are saying. 1 Netherlands, 2 Senegal. Oh, that was for you were catching up from the last one. Chris has, for this group's gone England, Wales, USA, Iran. I must admit, I'm not as confident as I was before the Nations League. Hayden's gone England, Wales, Iran, and USA. England, USA, Wales, and Iran, says Anthony. So I've just seen them come through. Thank you very much, Saint. I do appreciate it. As they say, ooh la la. So I just like saying that. But no, thank you very much, mate. I really do appreciate it. And obviously, I'll have a listen to the jingles later. And I hope you said yes to using your music for the start, because I've already used it. Terry says, look at the Leicester interest in this group. Madison Ward and our defensive coach for the USA. Indeed. What do you call a bee that lives in the United States? A USB. I don't know if it's possible, James. Are you able to put another mod on timeout? Are you?
I think he needs to go and sit in the corner and think about what he's done, Doug.
Yeah. Go onto the naughty chart, onto the naughty step. Apparently, if we don't have Wales qualifying in our predictions, we are bitter. Just call me bitter. Just call me bitter.
It's all right. It's all right, Chris. The last time we predicted Wales to go out and England to make a final, we got called deluded and we all know how that tournament turned out.
Indeed.
We don't worry about the Welsh, mate.
We don't. I don't know if you can speak Welsh. I was once told that dolphins can speak Welsh, but apparently only Wales can. Look, this is great news, and Melina, you shouldn't have done this, but Melina, it is so nice just to see you back with us. Welcome back. Literally,
I know, you know.
God knows what did you do? I mean, I know you went to the Emirates. I know you saw your team cut 5 past Nottingham Forest, and I love you dearly for that. And I know I think you saw them win in Europe, but there's no need to be ill just because you saw your Arsenal win. They have been doing that quite a bit this season. I'm on the mend, which is great. That is fantastic news. And in a recovery ward, brilliant. I wanted to say thank you for praying for me, everybody, and for thinking of me. I was really sick. I love my Foxes family and Yuri Tillemans. Look, we love you, Melina. You know that. I had my my Toronto shirt on. Was it? Yes, it was Toronto, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah. So we missed you. We were praying for you. You didn't have to do that, but thank you very much. And, of course, you come around just in time for the World Cup. Time off work and getting back, in the hospital just so you can watch the World Cup. Nice one. But no, all joking aside, seriously, you were very, very ill. It was scary. But it is great to have you back. Welcome back. I don't think Canada are going to get very far in the World Cup. Sorry. But I can't make you feel better with that. But no, it is great. And thank you so much for the donation. That is really nice. Really appreciate it. You keep in touch. We'll speak soon, I'm sure, on a one-to-one basis. But it is lovely to have you back.
Yeah, it's good to hear from her. It's great.
And indeed, Duck says there, God bless you, Melina. We'll soon have been in my prayer. I think she's been in everybody's prayers,
Yeah.
Annoying because she's an Arsenal fan, but sometimes you got to forgive these things. She says, thank you to everyone who thought of me and prayed for my health. I'm on the mend slowly but surely. My mum has been a huge help to me. Beside me, she's allowed me to comment here. Yeah. Hi to your mum. And how's your dad? Because it was your dad who was ill in London, and I think you had to get a wheelchair for him for the flight home. At least you waited till you were home. I guess there is that. And it's amazing to see that the wait you had at A&E. It's not just Britain that's got long queues at A&E. It looks like Canada has as well. But I do also hope your dad is well as well. And say give our love to all your family. James says, big up Mel. She's sending love to Douglas. She's saying thank you to everybody else as well. And we all love you, Melina. It's saying nice to have you back. Anthony has gone first, Argentina. Oh, hang on. I think you've jumped a group here, Anthony, haven't you?
He's got ahead. He's eager.
Keep calm, Anthony. Hold it in. Do you also suffer with premature ejaculation? Because you're obviously coming too soon. That's what it is. But you can't. There are clinics for it. Because I went to mine yesterday. Apparently it's tomorrow though. Look, it's making Mel feel better. These jokes, I'm sure. Saint says, I think he ran second. I love. Have anybody seen it actually out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc.? That way they've got the family planning clinic. He says, please use rear entrance. You can't make things up like that. And everybody's saying hello. Waj is saying, can you see a Pulisic class in the group? USA to top it. 3 out of 3. Nippon, she's missed you, Nippon. Big up, Miss Melina. Glad you're on the mend. Same with the scene. Yes, of course, use the music. Appreciate it. Thank you so very much, sir. You're a gentleman. Nippon has gone 1 Iran, 2 Wales, 3 USA. Sorry, 1 England. Sorry, 1 England, 2 Wales, 3 USA, 4 Iran. I should have gone to Specsavers. Iran will beat USA, draw with Wales. I'm got a sneak. I know I put Iran bottom, but I mean, I put England top, and this was before the Nations League. I've got a sneaky feeling for Iran. Wales, 3 draws. England, 7. Iran, 4. Wales, 3. USA, 1. Anthony, yes, Chris, like the thunder. So there we go. That's Group B all done. Let's move on, young brothers, to Group C. Oh, sorry, just to say, you won't be surprised that England are 70.4% favourites to win that group, followed by the USA, who are 2 percentage points ahead of Wales, who are on 13, and Iran, bottom of the group. But believe me, Iran, I think, might just surprise everybody. And I think Wales will just not surprise everybody and come bottom. Brad, Group C, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. I know when I did the predictions, I'd got not Argentina winning, but Argentina are my outside bet to win it. I would like to see the little man win it.
I don't get drawn in by that. He's a great talent. I'm not saying anything about it, but I don't suddenly want them to do any better in the tournament. Again, one trick pony, really. They're so reliant on him. I know the media don't help that situation. I know there's another team that don't help that situation where we get to probably a few actually on this list where it's a bit the same, but they should easily get out of this group. Poland have been a bit shite in tournaments recently. Maybe that's one of the sides where their big name, their big target man, Lewandowski, gets outshadowed by the rest of the national side not being as a high caliber of him. But I think fortunately for them, Saudi Arabia are going to come bottom of this group. I don't see them causing a shock or surprise. No. So I've got them bottom of the group. That being said, I also don't think Poland are going to come third in this group. And I'm going to go Mexico second and Argentina. Argentina should top that group. There's no reason why they shouldn't. Okay. Their only stumbling block could be Mexico, but Mexico aren't that team that was like that little dark horse in a few tournaments ago. But I think they should have enough to get out of here. I think Poland are dropping in the standard a bit. They need some.
Do you think Poland a bit like Wales, one-man team?
They are more so now. They were a bit of a reckoned international that could get through the qualifiers and would constantly get to the second round, maybe even the quarters on the odd occasion. But just recently, they've been a little bit flat. I think they need a new breath of youngsters that are going to come from their own national side, make it into the national side. And we might see them, be less reliable on one man again. But I honestly think if it was anyone other than Saudi Arabia in this group, they would come bottom. But because Saudi Arabia are up third.
Mexico, I think they hold the record for getting through to the last 16 the most times without going any further. They've always promised so much, but they've never quite, as I say, got fulfilled the potential, I guess.
Yeah, kind of like the Netherlands, Belgium, Croatia. I think they're just a little bit under the overall quality of them sides, but they're one of them that just when you think, oh, maybe, what if this could, and then they go and get a Switzerland with the greatest respect, and then they go and get beat 3-0 and they're out. You're like, what? You just came top of your group, who had, like, for example, Argentina in it, and then you got knocked out easily by Switzerland. And it's just the way they seem to go, these sort of teams. I mean, they should get out of this group. There's only real one place of competition if you just write Argentina off and kind of use them as a free hit sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, believe it or not, this is very, very unexpected.
No one expects a Spanish Inquisition.
You, me, and the Dukester, we all agree 100% on all the positions. We've all gone Argentina, Mexico, Poland, and Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I think this is probably maybe one of the easier ones to predict and get a bigger percentage to agree.
Well, the bookies aren't 100% so sure. I mean, yeah, 71% just under Argentina are going to win it. But then Mexico and Poland are both 15.2% probability to win it, and Saudi Arabia aren't. So they can't decide who's going to be second and third. Literally,
but again, it could come down to goal difference between the pair, or who comes out on top on their fixture. So
it could do, yeah, definitely indeedy, as they say. Right, let's have a look here. Watch has gone Argentina, Poland second, Mexico third, Saudi fourth. Yeah, that second's going to be really difficult to predict. James, first Argentina, second Mexico, Poland third, and Saudi fourth. Yeah, agrees with us. Argentina, and again, Nippon, Poland, and then Saudi Arabia and Mexico bottom. Wow, Nippon. Have you been having some local Indian beer? But hey, it's about opinions, mate. It's about opinions. But yeah, that's so. You think Saudi Arabia will come third and Mexico fourth? Interesting. Sean is in, and I don't know why, but he's not having a very good night. Right, so let me just update this. So the winner's going to be Argentina. Second, you went to Mexico, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm hoping this works, because sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But yes, it has taken me. Oh, do you see that? Look, as if by magic, I've got a little man behind the screen just pushing it across for me. We all need a little man. I remember when I was in Scotland, I bought a little ginger beer. No, I didn't have to get that joke right and come back to it later. Right. I completely cocked that one up. Group D, France, Denmark, Tunisia, Australia. At first glances on this one, you think it's pretty much, I think it's pretty spoken for, but do you?
I'm not going to pull any punches on this. Australia get battered whatever tournament they're playing these days. Couldn't even get to the final of their own tournament in the T20 cricket. They're that shy. The order it is in right now, if that's the order I think it is, which is France, Denmark, Tunisia, that's the exact order it's going to finish because, yeah.
They've always promised so, they start to get into a few tournaments, but they're never quite, like you say, a bit like the Eurovision. They always get there somehow, but never sort of go ahead. So basically, the order that they've got them in there is what you are saying they will finish in. So France and Denmark. France wouldn't surprise you. 67% near as damn it. To probability of going through. Denmark 26%. And then you can't put a bit of toilet paper between Australia and Tunisia because they are both 3.8%. I'd say France and Denmark dominate the betting for this group. They should both go through to the last 16. The French are odds-on favourites to win the group, although it's worth noting that they have lost twice this year to Denmark, who reached the Euro 2020 semi-finals. Oh, yeah, I've forgotten about that. So let's see what Turf is back from football. Legs are shot, but man of the match, I'll take it. Do the 21 players not turn up? North Macedonia to win it.
No, they turned up. He just turned up late so he could deliberately pick it up and swipe it and run back to the car. That's what it was. I saw you, Dan. He was stood there, Chris, on the sidelines. And as soon as the referee blew the whistle, he ran onto the pitch, grabbed the trophy, and ran off. And went, "Hey, I got it!" He's going to give it Vincent Company. He told me.
All he needed was Tielemans to stand next to him and give him a funny look.
Well, that's it then. Yeah, that's all he needed.
But welcome along, Dan. France, according to James, France first, Denmark second, Australia third, Tunisia fourth. And Anta's gone first France, second Denmark, third Tunisia, fourth Australia. He agrees with you as well. And everybody's saying hello to Dan. Russ is looking forward to our chat on Thursday. He's in yet. So am I, Russ. 4 o'clock, I believe we said. Going Argentina to win the World Cup. Everyone's saying Brazil easily is football. You never know. Thanks for the sub as well, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, and I mean, and I know Scotland want to be independent from the UK and separate from England, Dan. But you're in the same time zone. You know, you cannot physically have a different time zone if you gain independence. It doesn't work like that. Oh, these Scott. I mean, I don't know about the education system in Scotland, but he has trouble knowing his alphabet. He has trouble adding up, and now his time zones are all over the place. There we go. Right. So that's it. Well, let's have a look. What did I say for Group D? I went. Funnily enough, I agreed with you, Brad. France, Denmark, Tunisia, and Australasia. Now, Doug, the Dougster, he has to be different, doesn't he? He's gone Denmark to top it, but then again, they have beaten France twice this year. France second, Tunisia third, and Australia fourth.
What matters is he's putting Australia bottom. That's what matters. I bring my cricket brain into this when I see him in a tournament. They'll probably get a player that gets 3 yellow cards again, like they did in one a few years back, 10 years or so back, maybe. Sounds like a few years back. It was a while back. But they're the country that had a player booked 3 times before he was sent off, didn't they?
Oh, yes. Was that them? Was that them? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just it's the only facts I care about with them.
England cricket, well done, by the way. T20, great win. Great win.
Yeah. Double world champions. There you go.
First male team ever to hold the T20, or both white balls as they call it, both white balls competition. See, I quite like that cricket. It's the 5-day ones that absolutely.
The way England play it, aka Bazball, mate, it's over within 3 days. You will really enjoy England swinging it around, scoring 300s, and they make it entertaining.
Right, Group E. We are moving along, and we have got in Group E Spain, Germany. That's going to be exciting. Japan and Costa Rica. And I always have a shiver go down my back whenever I say Costa Rica, because I remember the World Cup in Brazil. That was awful. That was awful.
Yeah, but that was Roy Hodgson. Was that Roy Hodgson that made us awful?
Yeah, we didn't make it out of the group, did we? We couldn't even beat Costa Rica in the heat. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Right. There we go.
Nil, and paint dried quicker.
Yeah. How do you see this group going?
See, it looks simple on paper, but this generally has the chance to be a little bit of a surprise. And I only say a little bit because Germany have had some right stinkers in qualifiers as of late. I don't know if it wasn't this tournament, but I think it was like the 2018 one. Did they not? They got knocked out in the group stages. Might have been, yeah, they did. They got knocked out in the group stages. I think Sweden. I think even I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was an Asian country, like Japan or Korea, whoever was in their group at the time. They knocked them out, so they've been quite underwhelming for a number of years. From tournament, they were 15 minutes away from getting knocked out by Hungary in the Euros.
Yeah, it was 2018. They
Yeah.
they didn't make it through the group stage.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think they got knocked out by like Sweden or someone in their group because we would have got Germany, but they failed to get out of their group.
Yeah.
And then last year, the 2020 rearranged one. Obviously, they nearly got knocked out by bloody Hungary in the group stage.
Yes. That was a great day because at one point all 4 teams spent some time at the top of that group. I love it.
Yeah, and I know you could go, okay, the other 2 teams were Portugal and France, but you look at how them teams went on to perform in the knockout stages. It just shows you how bad them teams were maybe in that group stage because they were picking up rules. So I don't know, 2 seconds. I mean, the only I say difficult part for me is who's gonna do it, because I'm telling you this now. One of them big 2's not in. One of them first 2 teams is not qualifying for me. I genuinely feel an upset coming on again.
Okay.
And I think bottom of the group is gonna be Costa Rica.
Okay. Costa Rica. I do like the coffees though. Who have you got in third? I'm guessing it's the Land of the Rising Sun.
Well, you just said something that went straight over my head there. So
it's what they used to be known as a.
Oh well, yeah. Dent dummy over here doesn't know that fact.
I wasn't going back to the Second World War, mind you, but
well, yeah, I probably should know it. But no, I'm going with the Germans.
Wow.
I don't think I did it. Yeah, I think they're going to suffer again. Yeah, I do. I think they're going to suffer again, and I nearly changed who I put fourth for that reason. I honestly think one of Japan or Costa Rica are going to be the team that pushes them out. But I've just committed to Costa Rica there, so I'm going to say it's Japan that comes second, and Spain should win the group.
Ooh, right. Okay. I think I can safely say that me and Doug didn't agree with you on that.
Yeah. Well, after my calamitous North Macedonia prediction, I thought I'd throw out a little curveball, but not such an unbelievable one.
You have. Well, Doug has gone for Germany to win the group, Spain to come second, Japan third, and Costa Rica fourth. So basically, just agree with Costa Rica with you. Now, I have gone Spain to win the group. I agree with you on that. But I did go Germany second, Japan third, Costa Rica fourth. So interesting. Let's have a look what people are saying in the group. Turf says group is up there. Spain to top it, Germany second. James has gone first Germany, second Spain, third Japan, fourth Costa Rica. So he's basically agreeing with Doug. Anthony has gone first Germany, second Spain, third Japan, fourth Costa Rica. So he's agreeing as well. Saka's gone, I think, for a France-Brazil final. And then, Dan, I'm not reading that one out. Let's have a look. Spain, odds-on favourites to go through. 50% probability to go through based on, it's actually based on 7 bookmakers. Remember what we say, children? When it stops being fun, stop. Germany are second, though, with 44%, just over. Japan third with 6.7%, and Costa Rica bottom with 1.46% probability. So, Spain, everybody's favourites in that one. Group F, what I like to call, Brad, the Leicester City group. Oh, let me just do this. Spain, you said Spain and Japan. Yeah. So the Leicester City group, because we all know Belgium is Leicester City in disguise.
Yeah.
And I do like the chocolate as well. How do you think this group going? You've got Canada, Morocco, and Croatia in there. Croatia, obviously, who in the last World Cup got to the final.
Yeah. Yes, they did. They did. Can't remember who they beat to get there, but this is irrelevant.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember.
No, they beat Kylian Mbappe FC. They lost to Kylian Mbappe FC in the final. So, that's what matters. Belgium are one of them teams that I included in the list when we talked about Mexico. They're kind of the teams that fault us this evening. You've got two teams in this same group. Unfortunately, and I'm sorry, Miss Molina, I know you're feeling well. I don't mean to make you feel sad when you're just on the mend. So I'm going to whisper it. Canada are going to go Bowman. So you didn't hear what I said there, but you know what I said, Chris, don't you? You know what I said? Shh, don't tell her. She's only just getting better.
I will not tell Miss Molina that you put Canada bottom.
No. Oh, God, you got me in trouble, mate. What have you done? What have you done? I want to out of sentiment, but if I'm trying to keep my dignity and pride going in getting predictions,
what
right,
dignity?
I know.
About pride, but what dignity?
All right, maybe I'm reaching for the stars on that last part, but okay, we're pride. We're going pride.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know if this is straight cut as it sounds. I think Morocco. Is it Morocco? Yeah, Morocco. Morocco will come third. I think Belgium should have enough class to come first. So I'm going to go Croatia because I think they're a little bit aging Croatia. I'll be honest, they might have changed their lineup and not have some of the older stars there. I could be wrong on that one, but you're talking top Croatian talents. They're in the 30s as well. So I don't know. Maybe Belgium having a brick wall that hasn't conceded a goal. They need to see if Amati is Belgian, because if he is, him and Wild Face at the back, I'll pick them to win the tournament.
But he is there in the Ghanaian team, of course.
Yeah, See, unfortunately, can't make the transfer. Otherwise, Belgium, you might as well give them the cup now. Exactly. But I'm gonna say that they have enough to top this group. So Belgium first, Croatia, and then
they are an aging group. I mean, Modric will probably still be there. I mean, good God, they wheel him out in a bath chair, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're still talented players. I just think Belgium. This is it, really. A lot of people would say this is the last chance for their golden era to win something.
I think it is definitely the end of the golden era, like you said, for Belgium. And like when we had our golden era, Beckham, the Nevilles, and all of that.
Shearer and that,
that didn't work out. Although Sven did go on to better things when he managed Leicester. So you've gone allegedly Belgium, Croatia, Morocco, and Canada. Dougster, he went Belgium to win it. Now, I don't think he was drunk. I think that we leave that obviously to our Everton friend, but he had Canada coming second. What have I written there? He's pissed. All right, okay. He had Canada coming second, Morocco third, and Croatia bottom. Wow.
Doug, I love a shock as much as the next man, but were you suffering from watching Liverpool lose to Forest and Leeds that you thought the underdogs are going to get out of this group? I'd be amazed if they do. And if they do, mate, you're a legend and I will take everything back. But I feel like your club's results have recently affected your thinking there. But hopefully you're wrong for Melina's sake and she can have that to celebrate. But bold is an understatement, I think, there to say Canada's second.
Yes, I do think He was certainly, if he wasn't drinking something, he was definitely smoking something. You know what I was saying earlier about the periods? Well, we've agreed again. We've agreed totally again, Brad, on this one. And not surprised, well, could be surprisingly, the book is Belgium 57.1% probability of going through. You got to love stats and figures, haven't you? Croatia 28, Morocco 8, and Canada 6.5. They are, of course, going to be hosting it next time round. I think Morocco, they always seem to be there, but again, they never seem to sort of do anything, do they? They never sort of you don't think like, oh, Morocco, it could be their year, African, but you don't with Morocco.
Yeah, I just think sometimes maybe they need a bit of a look of the draw. I think if you maybe have a Saudi Arabia instead of Croatia in this group, they'd stand a chance of getting out of it. I mean, they might. You never know. This could be one of them where Croatia do like a Spain and they don't get out of the group, or Germany and don't get out of the group. It's entirely possible, but you're asking long odds. I just wonder how the Canadian team are going to be feeling. They must be distraught that they can't bring the hockey sticks to the tournament.
Well,
Sorry.
They'll be playing on grass, not on.
No, they can roll the blade. They'll be fine. Field hockey, mate. They'll practice that.
Ah, there we go then. Yes, I'd forgotten about that. Right, I'm just highlighting your teams. That
And I'm sorry for the ice hockey jive. I just couldn't help myself. I've been watching the Mighty Ducks back recently on Disney Plus, so
just me
nothing wrong with the Mighty Ducks, mate.
I think there's just me that doesn't like that film. First Belgium, second Croatia, third Canada, fourth Morocco, says James. He's up in Canada a little bit. Saint says Canada have nothing to lose. If they perform like they did in qualifying, there might be upsets. And don't discount Morocco. Croatia are old and so are Belgium. I think Croatia are older than Belgium are, but
Belgium's average age is actually fairly good when you think about.
That's what my grandma used to do at the weekends. Oh, no, that was crocheting. But yeah, I'm not sure. Morocco just don't excite me. I'm sorry. Anthony has gone. Belgium first, Croatia second, Canada third, and Morocco fourth. A couple of them going for Canada there. Saint said going to be closer than you think. Still think Croatia, Belgium just top two. Jeff Singh, good evening, good morning, good day, whatever it is over there in sunny Philippines. I presume sunny. It's peeing down with rain here. And I must admit, I am wet in this room, but it's not because of the rain. It's because I knocked my coffee everywhere earlier. I'm still finding amazing where it goes. I'm still finding coffee in little ridges and what have you.
I'll tell you what, that desk is going to be awake for hours with you spilling coffee on it.
It is, bum, indeed. Jeff here says, just popping in and we'll watch this full show later today. Pleased to read Miss Bellina is on the mend. 100% indeed. We all agree with that, Jeff. This could be the Netherlands year. Looking forward to this World Cup. I got shot down earlier when I put that I'm covering a lot of the World Cup. Somebody did, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. And he says I'm not watching it, wrong place, etc., etc. And there's a lot of that, but you know, hey, it's here now. We might as well enjoy it. Yeah, and exactly. You know, I left the comment. I didn't, you know, not delete the comment at all. But yeah, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Canada quality. I'm just interested when it goes to America next year, because America's got a worst history on immigration than most countries around the world. But hey ho, Canada qualified above USA, Mexico. If USA and Mexico is in this group F, would you still say Belgium and Croatia? Possibly. I just think Mexico is the one. I just don't think USA. Listening to the two USA guys on Doug's chat the other night, they were not confident. They did not like their coach. They do not confident at all, and they're hoping he's gone before the next one. You're going to have a bet on this now. I'm betting on nothing Brad ever says. Believe you me. Absolutely.
Hey, we predicted the finalists last year. Have a little bit of faith in us. Or me,
no faith whatsoever. Right, here we go. So 2 groups to go. G and H. So Group G, it's Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and who can forget Roger Miller? And obviously he's not playing now. He is very old. But Cameroon. One of my favourite African nations. I'm going to be honest with you, just for Roger Miller's flag dance. Where do you see this one going, or how do you see this one going, Brad?
This is probably a tough group because, again, you know, we have seen over time that these big sides, these favourites can slip, but Brazil have always just seemed to be above the rest when it comes to having a prepared, like, 25-man squad of talent there. I don't know if they've taken Fred, because if they've taken Fred, then I'll curse them to get out, never get out of any group. But as long as they've not taken Fred, or don't play him, they should be all right. But I'm going to go Serbia to come bottom.
Oh, okay.
I'm going Switzerland to come third.
Ooh,
Cameroon to come second and Brazil to win the group.
this is going in directions that I did not expect it to go in. Apart from the Brazil topping the group, I did expect that. Right, let's put that in. Are you okay there, mate? I know you can.
Yeah. Give me a second. Just sorting.
Brazil top, Cameroon second, Switzerland third, Serbia fourth. Let's see if me or Doug agreed with you. No, because I've gone Brazil top, Serbia second, Switzerland third, and Cameroon fourth. And the Dugster went Brazil top, Switzerland second, Serbia third, Cameroon fourth. So you're totally out there on your own with that one, sir.
I think me and you agreed with Switzerland third, did we not? Or you just swapped second and fourth around?
I had Switzerland third, but Brazil, obviously, we all agreed on top. Brazil, 70, just over 71% probability of going through. Switzerland second with 14, Serbia third with 12.5, and Cameroon bottom with 2.8. I don't think we're far off seeing an African team winning it, but I don't think it's going to be this Cameroon one, unfortunately, on that. So let's just see what people are saying. James has gone first Brazil, second Serbia, third Switzerland, fourth Cameroon. James, you are clever beyond your years. You are unbelievably perceptive, because that's exactly what I went for. Anthony's cutting his losses. He's only going for the top two now. First Brazil, second Cameroon. Wow. Okay. You're agreeing with Brad.
So I always liked you, Anthony. I never said you.
Am I getting a feeling here, and that you're creeping up to the quizmaster ready for Thursday night? I'm just asking, brown envelopes and all that. We'll see. Saint Ash says, it is Ash, isn't it? I believe. I can't keep calling you the Saint. I expect you walking around with a big halo over your head. The first big upset of the World Cup will be Serbia beating Brazil. Wow. Still expect Brazil to win the World Cup. You know, the only team to win World Cup despite losing the opening game. Do I know that Brazil are, or do I know who it is?
I would take a guess. Losing the first game. I couldn't tell you who it was against, but I would take a guess that it was either someone recent that we don't remember. I would say Spain.
I can see where you're going with that one. My thought, though, and I've no idea who against what cup or anything like that, I'd gone for Germany simply because they always start slow and build during the tournament. Usually, they haven't done a couple, but
I mean, if he's talking over World Cup, or if
he's
talking
saying it's Brazil that did it, and I don't know, his punctuation may have been in
unless he's saying it's Brazil that they're the only team that did it, because I can't think of a time they might have, but
no.
But we'll find out when he tells us.
It was in 2010.
Oh, so it was the South Africa World Cup.
France, was it? Oh no, Spain lost 1-0 to the Swiss.
Yeah, it was. I was thinking around that because that was when they kind of did the Euros and World Cup back to back, and I just remember I think one of them they actually didn't win their opening game. That's the period I was sort of thinking. So says I don't know how to remember things and predictions. That's a quick question. I've got a quiz question right. I'm top of this leaderboard of the predictions. I'll win.
Ash, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry you had to do that. We're not going to hit the end of that now.
No.
Right, here we go. Group H: Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea. I am so looking forward to Ghana playing Uruguay because it is the revenge game. But fuck the rest of the group. I don't give a shit. That's the game. I'm covering it as a watch along. That's the game I want to see. How do you see this group going?
It's going to be quite a tight group. There's Portugal, again, are in that category of teams that sometimes flatter to deceive.
Yeah.
Ronaldo FC, or Wolves, as we call them in the Premiership, in this group. But Ghana have the second half of the best defence in the Premier League on paper because Daniel, the Wall, Amati, and Wout players they can't concede goals. You know, like I said, if only they were the same nationality, you'd pick them to win the World Cup.
Have you ever looked up football fan in the dictionary? It does say fickle next to it, you know.
Yeah, and it also says biased as shit as well as an extra description towards a person who is deluded and biased towards their own players for stats when it matters.
That's the one.
But honestly, I think Uruguay can come bottom of this group.
Oh, what? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I am going to then say that Korea come third in the group.
Okay.
And the shock continues because Ghana are winning this group. Portugal are coming second.
Whoa. Wow. You heard it here first, guys. This is the North Macedonia moment of the World Cup 2022. Bloody hell. I mean, really?
I don't
honestly, yeah. I've just got this. What really do Uruguay take into the World Cup? Realistically, that's been doing something. I know they've got quality players, but what have they got out there that's actually been doing a lot of noticed and people are talking about? I don't hear people really foaming at the mouths at Uruguay. I think they're going to go out with a whimper here. I think Korea are a strong side. And I've not been paid off to say that by the Korean president. But no,
Korea, so we know you're not doing it under duress.
Yeah, that's all right. I have blinked twice just in case it was the North Koreans. Yeah. But no, I think they've got a strong squad. I think they'll fall just short, but I don't see why they can't cause an upset. And again, you said it about a few other teams. You said it about Messi, the true GOAT out of the two of them. If people want my opinion on that. But Ronaldo, the most miserable full-grown adult I've ever seen in my life, the absolute man-child. What's wrong with you? Sort your head out and deflate your ego, mate.
It's like Fofana's uncle, isn't
it? There must be long-distance related or something. The way their attitude is to pair them.
You've gone. Let me just fill this in because I'm still in shock. So Ghana to win it, Portugal second, and there is only one thing I can possibly come back to with you on that. I'm sorry, mate. I can't see it any other way.
You know what? I had no interest in this tournament, but when Portugal's group comes up, I'm watching the game, and I'm going to remind you, every time Ghana got a goal in front, I'm going to be like, Ghana atop. I'm going to text you. I'm going to message you first, mate, on Messenger.
You can come and do the watch along. Look, the boogies. Don't blame it on the boogies. Portugal are 54, just over 54% probability with the bookies to go through. Uruguay second on 33. South Korea fourth on 8.3. And Ghana bottom on 8. So the bookies completely have it 100% different to you. Let's have a look what we agree, what me and Doug picked. Well, the Dukester went Portugal top, Uruguay second, South Korea third, and Ghana fourth. I went Portugal top, Uruguay second, South Korea third, Ghana bottom. You're not being sort of Leicester biased at all, there, are you, mate?
I mean, to be fair, Portugal do slip when it comes to the group. They normally find a way to kind of drag themselves through, but my Leicester bias does have Ghana taking it from them. But I honestly think if one thing no one's actually really raving about, but always expects to go through, is Uruguay, and I just don't think they're going to do it. And I had to pick between Korea and Ghana to go through. So Marty's at the back. They're safe. They're all right. They won't lose a game. So
well,
as long as you get more
James
points.
has gone first Uruguay, second Portugal, third South Korea, and fourth Ghana. Uruguay, yeah, they're actually my dark horses as well. I got as much as I hate them, and the reason I hate Uruguay is purely because of Suarez. I cannot stand the toothy bastard, allegedly. Win the group, Ghana second, Portugal out. Wow.
See, I'm not the only one that thinks Portugal are going to slip. Maybe I'm being too optimistic putting them first, Ghana, but I'm obviously not the only one that thinks.
James says very bold shout. I think bold is an understatement of the year. Anthony says Portugal, Ghana, South Korea, Uruguay. So he's kind of with you, just in a different order. And Suarez, Nunes, and a strong defence, and Ronaldo has screwed his chances. Ghana in the heat, still 28 degrees, will have some more energy. Yeah. Although, have you said, well, we say this about the African teams, like, they're used to playing in the heat, but Amarty's used to playing in Leicester. Now, the only thing he's used to is if they have a tropical storm, which they are never going to in Qatar. But apart from that, I don't think it's going to help them. Nate, you did. Let me just reverse it back because those are the groups there, and I'll just quickly show you on the screen, Nate. That is what we said for Group B. Well, I didn't say. Brad said for Group B. I claim absolutely nothing to do with these choices, especially that last round, whatsoever. Look, we'll go on to the last 16. We'll do that straight after this. And you too can have a video like that purely for $6, which used to be about £5, but I think it's now with the Liz Trust effect is probably about £6.50 it's going to cost you. But they're very cheap. Introchamp.com. They are brilliant and have a great choice. Do you know what? When I went to renew my StreamYard, it had gone up 40 quid, and I thought, have they put this up and not told me? When I worked it out, it was because the fucking pound was so bad due to that stupid woman that people voted in to be our prime minister. But look, there's games are coming up. It's a bit sad, you know. At the start of the term, when you were at school and you'd get all the lessons and you'd colour the geography was in blue and history was in purple. Myself, Dan, and Doug have been coordinating our diaries. Starting this week on the Burnley Blackburn, that was last week. Starting this week for the games, the watch-alongs, 3 p.m. I am covering the end of the opening ceremony and Qatar versus Ecuador, simply because it's the opening game. On Monday, 1 p.m., so 12:30, 1 p.m. kickoff. I'll start about half an hour before. England-Iran with goals joining me. USA, Wales, and Doug will be joining me at 7. On the Tuesday, I'm on Dan's channel at 1 for Denmark, Tunisia. I'm doing Mexico, Poland, and then I'm on Doug's channel at 7 for France, Australia. On the 23rd, I'm doing Spain, Costa Rica at the 4 o'clock kickoff. And then hopefully Craig, the Leicester fan, will be taking on Simon, the Spurs fan, in the home and away quiz. Can Spurs actually beat Leicester at something? On the Thursday, I'm doing Uruguay, South Korea on Dan's channel, Portugal, Ghana at 4 p.m. on my own, and then the evening game, Brazil, Serbia on Doug's. On the Friday, Wales, Iran at 10 o'clock in the morning, bloody hell. And England, USA, 7:30 at night, and Doug will be joining me for those. And then the weekend, on the Saturday at 3:30, France, Denmark. And on the Sunday, 6:30, Spain versus Germany. And I won't bore you with the following weeks because we've got to get those games out of the way. So a lot of watch-alongs going to be coming along. Please do join us for those. I can't remember whether Brad said he was able to do watch-alongs or not. I'm sure he will let me know.
Kick-off time, mate. I know I can't do the 12:30 one with you because day I think it's when I've got a driving lesson or I've got a.
That's okay. We can talk off stage. Got your message as well, mate. It is no problem whatsoever. Right, let's just catch up with some comments and we'll go into the final 16. Brad is putting the USA through and Uruguay out. He knows nothing. He knows nothing. But this is the man who said North Macedonia were going to win the Euro. So I'm surprised you expected anything more.
Also the man that joined predicted an England-Italy final, but I'm saying nothing. That's why I'm saying nothing, because my phone didn't grip onto the stand properly.
What time is the final on? I've no idea. I've no idea what time the final is on. I've not looked that far ahead yet. I won't be around for the quarters, just to let you know. I'll be in London with my daughter. She said the South African team will not win the World Cup. I wouldn't believe you.
Oh dear.
I mean, Saint, I liked you. You have been hanging around with Douglas too long. That is what it is.
You need to do it, Chris. You need to do it. You need to do a shit dad joke show.
Oh, we've had a dad joke radio show. There'll be another one. Well,
no, you need to do one on there. You need a referee and official. Try not to. You need to do an official one on there, so that people see you spitting water out your thing, not coffee. It's time.
No, well, today, to be honest with you, because I am changing all the radio side around, and I was supposed to sort that out today, but coffee, threw that out the window. Saint with a sin. It's his window for a final big signing. Gaza, if they do well, and he'll score 3 or 4. Time Traveller. Hello, Doctor. I'm from the year 2026. Argentina win the 2022 World Cup and Brazil win it in 2026. I'm following your footsteps. Don't blame me. I'm sorry. You can't blame me.
Don't come asking me for the lottery numbers when Ghana top the group either. No.
Right, so the round of 16, sir. This is how you have got it. On your predictions, this is how it's come out for the round of 16. So this is where you're on your own because it's all going to end up different to what me and Doug chose. So the first game is Senegal versus USA.
Yeah, and do I have to give a score prediction or just who's going to win?
No, just need to say who you think will go through.
Senegal.
Okay, so you have gone Senegal through to the quarterfinals. Argentina, Denmark.
Denmark.
You're going to have to write this down as well. Denmark to beat Argentina.
Yeah, I think they will. I know people have got Messi's last this, Messi's this, and if he plays this many games, he'll have played. Look, it's a great story. He's a fantastic footballer, but it's not enough. Denmark are a strong team. They got to semi-finals. They nearly knocked us out. So, I don't see why not.
Okay. So you're going Denmark. Then you've got England versus the Netherlands.
I think maybe Netherlands missed the boat to win a tournament. I think England should, realistically, if they get Netherlands, should have enough to win it. So I'm going to go England for this.
Wow. France, hang on, let me just tick that. France versus Mexico.
Could be an upset, but France should overpower them.
So you're going France?
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, Mexico. Well, the world famous as they are for laying carpet. Well, they always go around shouting "underlay, underlay."
Oh, for God's sake! You knew that was coming. I still.
I've got you. You're laughing.
Look. Yeah, I'll give you that one because that was like my brain delay. It took me a second after you said it to realise where you're going.
Well, I did notice a delay. So you've gone for France. France
Yeah.
over the carpetbaggers. Spain. Oh, Spain versus Croatia.
I know they've got quality in the side, Croatia, but I just think Spain should have too much of them. I'm going Spain to get through on that one.
Now then, wow. Have you got a last 16 game sorted out here? Brazil to take on Portugal.
Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a game, but I honestly think, it's all going to end in tears for Ronaldo, and maybe his teammates don't, but he deserves karma. I think Brazil are going to win this game, and I think they're going to win it comfortably, to be honest with you.
I think most Brits that day will be honorary Brazilians, won't we?
Yeah, my name is Bradinho. That's it. That's my name, Bradinho, when that game plays. That's how I'm following.
Well, I'll say I'll be Brazilian. I don't know if I dare shave myself down there or not. Belgium. Well, I'm a cut above the rest. Belgium versus Japan. Oh, I can't stop now. I can't stop. Belgium, Japan. So surely it's going to be Belgium.
Yeah, this isn't going to throw out a surprise. Belgium, they have to get through this if they get someone like Japan. To prove that they're a team that can win a tournament. I think you've got to beat these teams in this round comprehensively as well.
Yeah. Now you've got an all-African round of 16 here, as Ghana with the wall of steel, obviously at the back, taking on the Cameroon.
I'm going to stick my neck out on this one. I'm going to stand by my biasness. If Ghana get through in top group, which they're going to, because I predicted them to, I'm going to back them to beat Cameroon.
Right. Well, if this was home and away, you would be literally, you favoured the home nation, sir. So, here we go. Here we go for the quarterfinals. So just take that. Well, I'll tell you what, before we do this, let me just write them all down. So we've got Senegal versus Denmark. We've got Spain, Brazil. Oof, that'll be a good one. England, France. I must admit, when they said like in Russia, we had an easy tournament.
Yeah.
We ain't got one this time because whichever way, first or second, we played a bit. If we come second, we meet Germany on the way. It is not going to be an easy tournament, which is why I don't think England will get very far. And I quite happily went. I'm going to London for the quarterfinals. Right. Saint said, for Halloween, I dressed as a small Italian island. My friends told me not to be so silly.
Round of 16, take 2.
My friends, James, Senegal to beat USA. Yeah, he agrees with you. Gaza, Brazil are the best team in the World Cup. I think they will be hard to beat. I think England go out to the quarterfinal stage. Gaza, I don't even think they'll get that far. I'm not going to, unless they suddenly drastically change and he plays Maddison every game and he is the best thing since sliced bread. But Argentina to beat Denmark, Netherlands to edge past England, France to beat Mexico, Denmark to beat the Argies. Brad is back on form. Spain to go through as well. No way Argentina lose to Denmark. Sorry, I disagree strongly there. You feel free to disagree, Gaza.
Hey, it's a prediction show, mate. That's what it's all about. It's good to see diversity.
Yeah. Underlay, as I said. Brazil to send Cristiano Ronaldo home. I hope so. Senegal to win. Argentina to win, Belgium to beat Japan, England to win, France to win, Spain to win, Cameroon. Chris's joke's just a poor man's Peter Kay or Johnny Vegas. Now, well, either of them are slightly overweight, so I could be either of them, to be honest with you. But I am certainly not even a poor man's Peter Kay. Get down to the beggar stage, and I might be. Cameroon ain't getting out of their group. Same with Japan, says Gaza. Brazil to win. Nate says better chance of reaching the quarters, Mexico or USA. Belgium to win. Cameroon to win. Denmark, Brazil, France. And there we are, we've caught up. So we are into the quarter final, sir.
We are.
Now you've got Senegal taking on Denmark. Who is going to make it through to the semis?
I think Denmark will squeeze through this one. I think they'll just edge it. Extra time and penalties, I think. I think it'll be level after 90, but Denmark have the edge for me.
Right. This, if your predictions are right, I mean, again, I said this when Doug and me did ours. I mean, there's some great games we're all predicting here. Spain versus Brazil. Wow.
This is probably the toughest tie to predict for the whole thing, especially following my ladder. If these two teams meet, I'm going to give the edge to Brazil.
Brazil. Okay. You're going all the way now. Jolly Blighty, good old England, taking on the horrible French. Is it Waterloo again? How does it feel if you won the war?
I think there's a chance here, and I don't know what it is about the French side, but they seem to have a lot of players that just can't be asked to turn up half the time when it comes to these sort of knockout stages. They seem to get nervous. And I actually think England, by hook or by crook, are going to scrape through here. I think they can beat France, but only just. It'll be a weird game. It'll be one of them where we're thinking, how's that happened, sort of thing.
Wow. Okay. I know in the Euros we did predict England to go all the way, but that was the Euros. I'm getting worried for you, Brad. Remember, blink twice if you're being held by Gareth Southgate at gunpoint. Blink twice and let us know.
I'm certainly not, mate, because we'd have got knocked out of the group if it was up to Southgate, because he wouldn't. But trust me, stick with me.
Southgate. No, I wish I hadn't said that now.
Trust the process. Trust the process.
Belgium, Ghana.
Unfortunately, Wout Faes over Amati for me, because he has the backings of Yuri Tillemans and all the rest of the Leicester squad, as well as some Kevin De Bruyne or whoever he is as well with them, and players like that. Yeah, Belgium should have more than enough at the stage to get past Ghana.
Denmark will take on Brazil, and England will take on Belgium. That looks familiar. England versus Belgium. Leicester reunion in there. Trying to think. So who's Belgium got? They've got Tielemans. They've got Faes.
Castagne, I believe.
Yeah, bless him. How could I forget old Tim? James says Denmark, Brazil, France, and Belgium to advance to the semis. Gaza, if they're a dark horse in the World Cup, I think it will be Denmark or Holland. Saint says, Chris, you say there's no easy route, but if Denmark win the group, England could have Senegal, Denmark, and Croatia, Belgium before the final. It's easier than the other routes. And Turf, I said, been for the proverbial 3 S's. You late nighters are still going. We are. We're still at it. A bit like you drinking the other night. It's been going on and on and on. Brad, we are looking at the semis.
Yes, we are.
You shouldn't be looking, but cover the camera up. No wonder. I'm glad you stopped the camera when we got to the semis. We don't want to see it.
Yeah, well, I don't think people do. But in terms of this prediction, I'm going to give the edge in the first game to Brazil. I think it's going to be semi-final heartache for Denmark again. And unfortunately, this is where football does come home, because we get on a plane and bring the football home from the game, because Belgium are beating England.
Wow. Belgium are beating England. Right. Ooh. Oops, I've just put England in the final.
It's not the Euros, mate. Can't do that.
Belgium. So, okay. Wow. There we go. Denmark, Brazil, England, Belgium to semi-final. Yep. Brazil and Belgium to the final. James is agreeing for you. Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Neymar will silence all of his doubters by lifting the World Cup. Well, the following: Brazil versus Argentina, England versus Croatia, says Saint. Third place. Are we going to get it? Are we going to come third again, or are Denmark going to get revenge for the Euros?
You just know England are going to fuck this in style. They're going to get to the semis, give us hope, then they're going to lose and lose and lose because that's just England. So Denmark are winning this. They're going to get their revenge. They're going to take home the wooden spoon, the bronze spoon, whatever you want to call it. England are going to lose this one.
And the final.
The last chance saloon, the golden era versus the red hot favourites for a lot of people. And whilst I think Brazil will win things further down the line with their squad, I think they'll be probably who will be talking about winning the next World Cup after this. But they're not winning this one. Brazil are going to, Belgium are going to live the fairy tale. Last chance saloon. Belgium are going to win the World Cup, and they're going to be your new world champions.
Wow. Okay. Well, like I say, wow. Again, don't know where to go with that. The bacon spoon, says Saint. Sports Cats in. Good evening, sir. How are you? Brazil to win their 6th World Cup for me. I think for me as well, James. Hi, says Sean. Hello, Sean. How are you? James says England to win the 3rd spot. Turf's having a feeling. We know what your feelings are like. African team will surprise us all and get to the final. Yeah, right. Well, let me just say. So I
told Dan about his feelings. Stop interfering with himself.
Well, it's his best friend. Right. So let's have a look at who you predicted Belgium to win the whole bloody thing. I'll have some of what you're on, please. I think, yes, you are saying you are the only one who has faith. Nobody else does. Brazil will get revenge. I can't even pronounce that, Anthony, but somebody's out of the World Cup for France. It's breaking. He did the injury in training today. Nkudu or
Nkudu. That would be Nkudu, I think.
Yeah, him as well. Both of them are out of the World Cup for France as well. Okay, so you have gone, sir. That was a roller coaster ride, I tell you. I mean,
yeah, it was.
It is this today, and I think I'm going to sort of do a bit of self promotion because it's not like me. If you have nothing to do, and I know most people don't, nip over to the BBC Sport website, go onto the Leicester City page and check out the Tuesday Talking Point, which is me, basically. The title this week is I'm Stuffed on All the Humble Pie I Have Eaten. And it does say that I was once told many, many years ago when I started going to see Leicester that it's going to be a roller coaster ride. And I think this season, Brad, has summed it up. Just one paragraph. Please go over and read the whole thing. The more people that sort of hover over it, the better response I get. From having the so-called worst Premier League goalkeeper to the same holding joint top position for most clean sheets, from conceding 11 goals in 2 games to 1 goal in our last 6, from our new set-piece coach holding his head in his hands against Tottenham to 34 corners conceded in 4 games with no goals scored for them. That sums Leicester City up. That is Leicester City's season, and we've only played 15 games, but it has been a roller coaster ride. As indeed has your predictions, Brad. And you've ended up with Belgium lifting the World Cup. Can I just say, the Dougster, he got Argentina winning the World Cup. And I had Brazil. I think there's only going to be one.
So when Iran win this World Cup, we're going to look really stupid, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Not as stupid as if Belgium go out at the group stage, but hey ho.
Well, no, I won't look stupid. Then Belgium will look more stupid than me. Trust me. I think I'll get shadowed if Belgium don't get out their group.
Sean, did you know I'm half Irish? Well, my son's called Sean, but it is a true Irish name. He's spelt the same as you as well. There's 3 options, and you've both got the same spelling. Brad, what's your faith? She's a lovely woman who lives next door to him. We do say, well, I'm going in the wrong order here. Still feeling sad, but I can't say what's happened. England have the best squad in the World Cup. I thought it was a bit over the top presenting them the shirts from the future King of England. Madison 2 goals versus Brazil in the final. I'd take it. I would absolutely, totally take it. We ain't going to happen, but I'd take it. Great lads, great stream. Thank you very much. Got work in the morning. Do enjoy it, sir. Turf, we do think you're spot on, but we just don't look like a team anymore. Brad, sorry, not Brad. Did I say faith? Did somebody ask what your faith? It's what's your forfeit?
I'm not doing a forfeit. I'm not one of these silly people that make a silly, bold statement enough and then go, I will do this if you don't. No, you won't get me doing anything like that. Just won't do it. Sorry to burst your bubble and be a sponge, but it's not me.
No.
Someone else wants to be bold enough to make a forfeit and challenge themselves. Go for it.
You can't let that go past. Is Anthony's nickname Sponge?
Well, it can be now if you want. He absorbs every bit of information, doesn't he, sometimes, about teams in red. So.
Wow, fair point. Fair point.
Oh, dear.
Thank you very much, sir.
No worries, mate. I enjoy it as always. I can't wait to go 2 years in a row predicting the finalists.
I don't know how you got Belgium. We're going to have to watch that back. I really am. But, Brad, I know you're hungry. I know you need some food. Thank you very much, young man. I will speak to you, or let me know about the weekend, and obviously we'll speak again before then and get different shows sorted out. So take care, mate.
No worries, mate. Yeah, no worries, mate. Cheers for having us.
Take care. All the best, mate. Thanks very much.
All the best, mate.
Cheers.
See you later.
Belgium? Really? I don't know about that. I'm not so sure. Not so sure about that. And certainly I don't know about beating Brazil in the final. But look, hey, what was I going to say? He has to keep supporting Leicester, Anthony. Belgium, the Kama Sutra of football, I would ever position except number 1. They're never backwards to do that. I'm a United fan. Stockport? You see, people say United, and I'm presuming you mean Stockport United, because, you know, we don't just have one United. So I'm presuming, or Cambridge United, possibly. Who knows? Nice England shirt. It is actually, I'm not sure, it's I think from the 1980 something or another, but it's actually the home, the away, there, the red, and the third. So it's actually a mixture of all 3. So they didn't actually wear this. This was like the training top or something. So you've paused. I'm a celeb to watch you. I'm sure you'd sooner be watching somebody eating a kangaroo's penis, but there we go. Do I think Ireland will win the World Cup of what, egg and spoon race? Because they're not in this one, are they? Guys, thank you so very much. Yeah, I'm going to have to go and have a lie down because I still just can't believe that prediction. I think he was food starved, was our Brad. Look, I'm back tomorrow. You can't get rid of me that quick. Tomorrow, no, that's next week I'm doing that. We are back tomorrow for the home or away quiz. The aforementioned Anthony taking on the aforementioned Doug. Who is going to come out on top? It's the penultimate round of 16 home and away quiz. And the winner gets a shirt because the whole competition is being sponsored by 3retro.com. Your number 1 choice for retro shirts and vintage sportswear online. 3retro.com. They will ship all over the world, even Burnley. And you can get, this is where I got this shirt from. And the winner of that whole competition will get their choice of a shirt as well. So they do have a really, really, really good choice. I've got to be honest with you. What else is coming up this week? Well, after the quiz tomorrow, Thursday at 9 p.m, we've got the Shit Shirt Show for the World Cup. Me and Doug will be looking at every single home and away one. So bring your bedtime snacks with you. It could be a late one. And then on Friday, it's England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales in the World Cup Home Nations quiz. And how much do they all know about their own clubs, or sorry, their own countries? And how much do they know about the World Cup in general? And then Sunday at 3, it all kicks off. It's going to be a long opening ceremony. Join me at 3 for the end of it as we kick off at 4 for the Qatar-Ecuador first game of the 2022 World Cup. I will be there doing it live. Not sure who with yet. Might be doing it on my own, but then again, that's me. He's a subliminal. I spent a day writing jingles for Leicester. Yeah, he's a good man. He's a good man. He's a good lad, but his football knowledge is questionable. Of course, if you say United, it's Manchester United. Anyway, you got enough troubles with Ronaldo, mate. I'm not going to make them worse for you. Chris has got me checking Leicester results now. Hey, look, everybody, when we won the league, we're everybody's favourite team. We still are. It's as simple as that. You can't fight it. Don't fight it. You can fight it all you want. You just can't get rid of it. Thank you so much to Brad for giving us Belgium, I think. And thank you to everybody who has been in the chat watching it. And when I upload this tomorrow to the podcast, if you have lent me your ears, thank you so much for listening. The podcast figures are amazing. I can't wait to the end of the year to just see how much people have downloaded the podcast. It is unreal. And I haven't gone, but thank you very much. I will let you know, mate. I will let you know. Oh, Ronaldo is gone. I'm with you. Thank you for lending me your ears. You can have them back now. I will see you tomorrow at 9. I always do long goodbyes. I'm going to say goodbye. My friend, Qatar Chris, he's going to say goodbye as well. I will see you tomorrow at 9. Thanks very much, everybody. Take care now.
That's all, folks.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
Leicester Till I Die TV. They think it's all